Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about why some people are so negative. Are you ready? Well, let's get started. I get asked often about what you do with the negative person. I get asked often, why are some people so negative? Because it seems to be some. Not everybody. I mean, all of us are once in a while, but there always seems to be a few folks. And why this matters to us is that it has a cultural impact in our organization. It could have a stress impact in our organization. It certainly can have a productivity impact in our organization. So it's worth us thinking about. And so I want to spend some time thinking about why it is, or what some of the reasons might be why it is that some people are so negative. So I have 5 questions for us to think about when we're thinking about and analyzing, or perhaps diagnosing, thinking about a certain person, okay? 5 questions. First question is habit. Some people may have a habit. You know that. Certain people have certain language, certain phrases that they use, and they may be negative and they may come off as negative, and it's just habit. That's how people think. That's how people respond and what they talk about. Experience? Could it be that people have some past experience that's pretty negative? Or maybe you have negativity around a certain sort of an organizational change or certain sort of situation, and people's past experience leads them to be more negative, more cynical, more pessimistic about those certain situations. Expectations? Could it be that people grew up with pretty much negative folks around them? It's sort of the way things are for them. They've never really even considered it. It's not just habit. It's sort of what their expectations are. And while we're talking about expectations, have you ever done anything to possibly set ones that encourage people to look at the world more positively? 4th, rewarded for it? So wait a minute, rewarded for being negative? But listen, if someone makes a negative comment and someone else buys in or agrees with them or continues the conversation, there's a psychological and emotional payoff for the original person. Listen, I got rewarded. I had someone agree with me. It's subconscious, but the reality is, if misery loves company, and if someone starts it off and someone feeds into it, it's likely going to continue. It's been rewarded, even if it wasn't intentional. And the 5th question is lack of awareness. Is it possible that someone sees someone as negative and they're unaware of that? They maybe didn't mean their words to be negative, or they had no idea that what they were saying was viewed as negative by others. So there's 5 things. Here's my point. Why are some people so negative? I don't know, and neither do you. And since you don't really know, don't judge others. That's not really going to help. Now, maybe you can give them some feedback, especially if you think they're blissfully unaware, or they're unaware that they're being negative, or they're unaware that it's a habit. Maybe you can give them some feedback. And if you want to do that, make sure that you give them feedback on the behavior, not on the attitude. And there's a link here to another Remarkable TV episode from a number of years ago where I talked about that very point. So if you choose to give feedback, you got to be very careful about the way you do it. Watch that other video. It'll help you with that, right? So here's where I want to land this. Why are people so negative? We can't know. We might have some clues. Our job, we'll be far better off to focus on what we can do rather than worrying about someone else being negative. Why don't we focus on having a positive attitude ourselves, being a person that's trying to shift that attitude around us? Because we know that attitude is contagious. Let's make sure that we're feeding the contagion that we want. Let me close with today's tweet. Don't judge the negativity of others. Rather, be a positive influence and example yourself. Did you know, speaking of positive influences, did you know that every Monday morning we try to be a positive influence to thousands of people around the world when they receive our newsletter, Unleashing Your Remarkable Potential? Well, when you click the link here and go, you can get signed up so that every Monday morning you get a dose of inspiration, you get a dose of new ideas, you get a dose of information that will give you new skills and a better week. It's free. There's even a gift that comes along with it. Unleashing Your Remarkable Potential every week. And speaking of every week, yep, right here, every week, another episode of Remarkable TV. Come back and join us, won't you?